A few of you have asked me about the city of Offenbach am Main. It's not very far from where I live, but it has a pretty poor reputation among Germans as a dull and ugly city where nobody knows how to drive. So I decided that I needed to see it for myself, and that's what I did. Is it really as bad as they say? Well, you'll notice that this isn't a destination video. I simply cannot bring myself to recommend it as a tourist destination. Honestly, it really is not the most photogenic place in the world. But Offenbach's image problem can be traced back to the fact that it's very much in the shadow of Frankfurt. Frankfurt was built on trade and always looked down with contempt on Offenbach, which was a city of industry. That's actually a bit unfair though. In fact, if you go to the right parts of the city, you can still find traces of a rather more glorious past. Industry, yes, but not great smoking factories manned by ragged slum dwellers. This was small businesses, and Offenbach became dominated by the wealthy middle classes. Part of Offenbach's success was due to the fact that Frankfurt did not join the Prussian customs union, and so many businesses moved from Frankfurt to Offenbach. One of the most successful industries was leather goods, and Offenbach is today home to the German Leather Museum. But after World War II, a new modern Offenbach was created, and it wasn't always an improvement. A busy, wide expressway was built right through the middle of the city, and pedestrians were kept safely away from traffic on elevated walkways. This wasn't the greatest moment for city planning in general. These walkways created dark and depressing areas that very quickly deteriorated, and they were a serious barrier to the elderly and the disabled. When in the 1980s the S-Bahn tunnel was built, the expressway was reconfigured into a boulevard with wide footpaths on either side, and the old concrete elevated walkways have mostly been torn down. It's probably fitting that the local hero Offenbach is most proud of is a man who made a living selling matches. But you can visit the park where Goethe used to meet with his fiancée, or see the Isenburg Palace, which is one of the most important Renaissance buildings this side of the Alps. Still though, while Offenbach probably doesn't deserve to be regarded with quite so much contempt, I really wouldn't recommend it to tourists. As a place to live and work, it seems fine. Mostly it was blighted by misguided 20th century city planning, but a lot of effort is being put into fixing that particular problem. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to send me a postcard, here's the address. And don't forget to visit my website and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Also, if you'd like access to special bonus content and help with the costs of running this channel, please consider making a small monthly donation on Patreon.